What's going on, guys? Your boy Amazing here, back with another video, and in today's video, guys, we'll be going over some tips and tricks that I've learned over the time I've used Neuvillette, and actually showcasing to you guys what things you can do to actually make them a lot better. And these are going to be ways to actually improve your damage and also just boost your, playing with the character. If you guys do enjoy videos like this, man, definitely make sure to hit that like button and subscribe as we are on the road to that 1,000 subscribers. And guys, we are doing a 5x Welcome Moon giveaway at 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys do want to be entered into that giveaway, make sure to join my Discord, which is linked in the description, and make sure that you're subbed to the channel while liking the video. Now, with that out of the way, guys, let's actually hop in and go over some tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the years using Neuvillette. So, talking about Neuvillette here, guys, this is one of the strongest DPS characters in the game. And so, one of the main tips that I think a lot of you guys will benefit from will be the charge attack cancel tech. Now, this is something that is a little bit hard to learn early on. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys an example here of the testing that I've done. I've done both using the charge tech and then without using the charge tech, and I'm going to let you guys watch the video here to see to kind of see the difference in terms of how much time you're kind of losing out without using it versus with using it. And it's a very big substantial amount, guys, so I want you guys to watch this clip, and then we'll come back to once the clip's done and I'll show you guys how to do it. Alright, guys, so now that you've actually seen the video footage there of the using the actual charge attack cancel tech versus not using it, you guys can see the difference is pretty substantial. We saved about 2 seconds right there overall, which in the grand scheme of things might not seem like a lot, but in a Spiral Abyss setting, when you're going through multiple rotations, you're going to be saving a lot of time. Now, I'm going to explain exactly how to actually do this tech. It's pretty simple if you're on a mouse and keyboard. I'm honestly not too sure how it goes on mobile or controller, guys, so if you're able to do this on mobile or controller, let me know. It is kind of hard to do on those those inputs versus mouse and keyboard where it's a little bit easier to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain how it works first, and then I'm going to show you guys me actually doing it live. So the way that it works is when you're using your elemental skill with Neuvillette or its elemental burst, you want to actually hold your left click mouse button for the charge attack as you're pressing the actual elemental skill or the burst, and you want to make sure that it's around the end of the use of like the elemental skill or the burst. It's hard to explain, guys. I'll have to kind of show you here in the fight. So what I'm going to do is as I press my E right here when I do my elemental skill, right? So I'm going to press E and I'm going to instantly hold my mouse left click to show you guys what happens. So E and then hold charge attack, and it goes instantly into the animation. You guys saw right there, we didn't have to wait for any charge up. What I'll do now is I'll do my burst and I'll do the exact same thing. So we let go, boom, we're instantly into the animation. Now the way you do it again is by holding click before your actual animation that you're doing is done. So if I hold click right now, it's gonna do it normally where it would charge it up very slowly, right? But if I do it here with the elemental skill, as I let go, it's instantly gonna go into it, whereas you don't see the build up pretty much from Neuvillette's elemental skill. I'm sorry if it's hard to explain, guys. It's using your mouse, right? So it's a little bit tough, but pretty much the idea is you hold as you're pressing your elemental skill. So the moment you press elemental skill, left click and hold, and then let go as it does the Neuvillette charge attack. So I'm going to keep doing it here just for some more examples here, guys. So let's see here. We're just going to wait till this guy moves around. There we go. Instantly into it just again like that. So make sure that you are pressing your elemental skill or your burst. Let's do a burst again. And then right now I hold click and then I let go. Boom, you're into it right there. You guys see how it does that, right? And then we do it again, into it instantly right there. So you have to make sure that you're getting the timing down with your elemental skill and your burst. If you can keep up the uptime on that, then you're going to be doing it pretty much every time you do the charge attack with Neuvillette, guys. And that's pretty much how to do it. So that's going to be the first tip and trick right there that I hope you guys do take advantage of. It is very, very good. As you can see, we're getting instant charge attacks in there instead of having to wait for that animation, which I think is really good. Alright, guys, so now that we're done that, let's actually move out of the Spiral Abyss and we'll talk my second tip that I want to show you guys. Alrighty, guys, so hopping out of the Spiral Abyss, the second tip that I want to talk about, guys, is going to be related to the way you build Neuvillette. Now, this is only something that I found out very recently in terms of my build for my Neuvillette, and it was something that I think you guys might be able to take advantage of. So this is with his signature weapon, just to, clarify, right? So this could be different without his signature weapon. I'm honestly not too sure, but from my testing when I've run a HP circlet on my Neuvillette versus a critical damage circlet, I've actually gained more of a benefit from the HP percent circlet. And the main reason why I feel like that's the case, guys, is because even though this one is rolled really well, right, it's 1 roll in crit rate, 2 rolls in crit damage, like that's pretty good, right? You're getting also HP percent, which already boosts Neuvillette's damage. The reason why I actually think this is a little bit better overall for Neuvillette in terms of damage is because he scales through HP, and it really does benefit him when you're getting that extra 46% versus running a critical damage helmet when I'm only getting, you know, what is that, like 5% extra, you know, HP right there, right? Like, even though you're getting 62% critical damage, it does not make up for the fact of getting the 46% HP. And with the amount of critical damage that I have on this piece, let's say, guys, so, you know, around 20-ish% critical damage, and you've kind of got the, you know, the kind of noticeable difference here. We're gonna go to Masanori real quick, and I'll show you guys the damage difference between this with a full rotation pretty much on this team that I'm rocking here with Zhongli, Xiaolonin, Farina, and Neuvillette. So we're gonna do the exact same thing here, and I'll show you guys both the damage comparison between the HP circlet versus the critical damage circlet. So right now, as you guys can see, you know, signature weapon, and we're on the HP percent circlet. In terms of the ratio here, guys, we're at 42.7 to 62 before getting Marcius a Hunter bonus. So this is with the HP circlet. So let's actually talk to Masanori here, and we're gonna do a full rotation that we normally would do, and we'll see the actual difference here in the damage. So let's see. Let's start it up. Alright, so I'm gonna do the Zhongli hold elemental skill. I'm gonna do the burst elemental skill with Farina. I'm gonna do this right here with Xiaolonin into her burst, and then we're gonna go into Neuvillette right there, guys, and do the charge attack. So 56, 58, 58, 59, right? So that's gonna be the damage that you guys want to remember. Now let's actually, you know, we'll just finish him off here, I guess, right? Let's just finish off Masanori, and then we'll restart it. So around 58, 57, 59, give or take, guys, is around the damage. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my energy back on the team, and we're gonna try that again, except on my critical damage circlet right here to show you guys kind of the difference. Alright, guys, so now we're actually going to switch over to the critical damage circlet here, guys. This is the stats on my critical damage circlet here. So not really a ton of crit rate, but it is very similar to the circlet in the amount of crit rate I'm getting. So it's kind of a very similar kind of showcase here, guys, with the same amount of crit rate pretty much. So 42.3, 302% critical damage now. So we gained about 40% critical damage. So now let's actually show you guys this one right here, where we have the critical damage circlet over the HP circlet here. So let's hop in and let's talk to Masanori here, and we'll do the fight. So let's talk to him, and we're gonna do the exact same rotation we did just now, guys. So Zhongli hold elemental skill. Let's see. We're gonna do that. We're gonna do the elemental skill burst with Farina. We're gonna do the elemental skill burst with Xiaolonin right there, and then into the elemental skill here with Neuvillette. And as you guys can see, it's about 53k right there, right? 53k per charge off, 55 maybe, right? So you can see that there is a pretty big difference in terms of the damage there, guys, from a HP circlet versus a critical damage circlet that you would normally think to run. Alright, guys, so I'm actually on Akasha right now, and for you guys that don't know, Akasha is pretty much a website where people that are highly ranked for their artifacts are going to put it in, and it's going to kind of calc your damage based on what your artifacts are on your character. Now, again, this is not something that you should take 100% of the time in terms of the amount of damage you do, because it's based on a certain threshold of stats, like, you know, as you can see here, it's like, you know, a certain amount of ER and a certain type of team that they're running, right? It's obviously a, you know, dependent thing, guys, but if you look at some of the higher build players here, guess what they're rocking, guys? They're running HP percent circlets, and that's why they're getting so much more damage, is because they make up for it in the substats that they have on these crazy builds. I mean, obviously this is like an unrealistic build here, but even if we go down to some of the lower ones right here. Alright, guys, so what we'll do is we'll actually skip a few pages here, right? And we'll just kind of see like what people are rocking on theirs and what kind of their main stats are looking like, right? So even if we go to like even a top rank like 100 player for Neuvillette, let's go a little bit farther back. Let's go to around like 500, right? Let's see what they're actually rocking here. So we go to like one of these Neuvillette's right here, guys. They are rocking crit stats on theirs. If we go to this one right here, still crit stats, you guys can see that this one right here is HP percent, right? You can see that a lot of the higher ranked Neuvillette's are running that HP percent. You can see another one right there. This is going to be a crit rate one. Let's go to, you know, maybe this one. No, that's HP. That's another crit rate one. So you can see that a lot of the Neuvillettes though, guys, are rocking HP percent on their circlets, and they're gaining a big benefit. And the main reason why I noticed that was something that was people who were running is because, you know, they get the extra substats anyway through their artifacts, and they focus on the main stat being the HP percent. But you can see here that they all keep the Hydro Goblet, so they keep Hydro Goblet at the end of the day, but they're going with, you know, like the substat of having like a HP percent circlet instead of having like a crit one. Well, these are a few crit ones right here, guys, but you know, again, that's an example, right? Like if you go to like even the really high Neuvillettes, they're all running the Hydro Goblet with a HP percent circlet. So if you're able to make that, you know, that case here, guys, where you have a really good circlet, then you can run that. Obviously, again, at the end of the day, guys, it's gonna be dependent on if you have good CV on the artifact already. Neuvillette is a very you know, kind of crit damage heavy character, obviously because he's on Martial Say Hunter, he doesn't need as much crit rate. But again, guys, whatever better substats you have, and as you guys can see, even from a HP percent circlet like this versus this one, where this is a critical damage one, you can see the crit rate is the same, but getting even 20% crit damage on an HP percent circlet actually does outweigh the critical damage you gain from a crit damage circlet. So just something to take into account, guys. So those are going to be my main 2 tips and tricks right there for Neuvillette when actually using him, guys. I hope you guys do enjoy the video, man, and I hope this was helpful and you guys learned something from using Neuvillette and watching this video. So that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I'm gonna see you guys on the next one, man. Peace out. Have a great rest of your day, guys. See you later, man.